Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button and also please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, GBL, the old 5 acre church home, asked me about amadou. He said, how can leather make fire? Fantastic question, mate. And I'm probably not the right person to ask about it because amadou actually doesn't grow here in Australia. And I've made several videos about it. I'm fortunate enough to have bought some. I buy it off Beaver Bushcraft, and this is amadou. Grows on birch and beech trees and some mushroom. It's actually a horsehoof mushroom. And the outer layer, there's an outer part of the mushroom and an inner spore tubes. But between those two layers sits this layer of amadou. They call it amadou. And it actually looks like leather. And they make leather products out of it. But this stuff that they found it's called false tinder fungus. They actually treat it with either potash from the birch tree that they pull it off, or any other birch tree. They boil it in potash or potassium nitrate. I know Beaver Bushcraft treat it with potassium nitrate and make either, I don't think I've got any. This is the amadou fluff or amadou itself. And it looks like velvet or leather. It's a beautiful tinder. I'm quite happy. Now, for me, this stuff is a very finite resource. I usually don't use much of it because it doesn't grow here in Australia. The birch trees or beech trees aren't native, and as far as I know, we basically don't get cold enough climates where I live here in Brisbane, in Queensland. We don't get cold enough climate because I'm semi-tropical. But down south, apparently they do have a couple of beech trees around, or birch trees, and they may have amadou. But as far as it goes, I don't know if there's any of this stuff here in Australia. But I've never seen it, and I've never seen it for sale as Australian amadou. So I don't know. We've got our own versions of it, polypores, white tinder fungus and that. But yeah, we don't have amadou as such, as far as I know. And I don't usually use much of it because it cost me a fortune to buy it. But I love it. I bought some off Beaver Bushcraft ages ago, and I found out how good it is because they make a magnificent bit of amadou. You just rough it up a bit, just to make sure it's all. Usually catches a spark pretty easy. It's yeah, very, very good tinder. And just use it like normal char cloth. It's a nice platform there. Now I normally can get this in one strike catch. Let's see. No. Here we go. 3's not too bad. I've seen it done in one. It normally catches, and it smells a bit like dirt burning. But that tiny little piece only gives it off a little bit of smoke. It's not too bad. But it burns incredibly hot. That's the one advantage of this stuff. It's really, really good stuff. The birch polypores are a little bit different. I just showed a video of me failing with that. I have done fatwood with amadou. It will set it alight. It burns very hot. the ember that it makes is incredibly hot. So yeah, you just use a big piece of it, a bigger piece, like with that. If I wanted to get fat wood alight, I'd probably use, a piece about that big, and away it'd go. It burns very hot. It's hotter than charcloth. I think, as I said on the other video, Cujo Mojo. I'll give you a good look. It looks like velvet. It's yeah, but it's been treated with potassium nitrate. This stuff has. The traditional way, they used to do it with potash. So they boil it, and it's a drawn out process. Just look it up on video on YouTube on how to treat amadou. They beat it out, and it takes a fair while, and right at the end you can do the whole process and bugger it up at the end, and you don't get amadou at the end. So yeah, that's why it is expensive to buy. But yeah, beautiful thing. The thing I like about this stuff is it basically, you can put it in a kit and it doesn't go off. Like charcloth loses its potency after a while. It picks up moisture in that. This stuff, basically, you store it forever. It's fantastic. But anyway, I thought I'd explain a bit about it. You left a comment. I did put a little bit of it, but I do like going over it. It's easier to explain it on video than in text. Yeah, it is a fantastic resource. It just, I wish I could get it here in Australia. It's such a nice product for us, like for fire making. Our polypores are different. White tinder fungus is a little bit different. I found it's a bit hit and miss. It's not as good as amadou. I don't care what anybody says. I've tried it. The stuff I tried anyway. I've got some more. Jason Ledbury from New Zealand sent me some of it, and I've been fooling around a bit with it, and it's picking a spark up really well. That was the problem with the tinder fungus, was the white punk fungus, was it wouldn't pick a spark up very easily, but once you got it going, it was good. Amadou, on the other hand, picks up a spark quite easily and burns very hot, so that's the difference. I've been finding this is a little bit harder to pick a spark up too, so yeah, it's they have all their different things, so that's why I find flint and steel such a passion of mine, and it's such a wonderful hobby, because there's all these different things you can do with this thing. Like you're learning something every time you strike. So it's not a it's not just you learn one thing and then that's it. You're done. So yeah, you're learning something new every time. So yeah. But anyway, I thought I'd go through amadou for you. It's and the stuff that they make, like hats and all that out of, they don't treat it with potassium nitrate. That'd be counterproductive. And potassium nitrate is a mild skin irritant, so they wouldn't be making hats and that out of it, because if you had that on your skin as such, some people might get affected by it. So yeah, as far as I know, all the stuff that they make, that sort of stuff, would be all untreated, and the fire stuff that they do has to be treated. Otherwise, the untreated amadou, I don't think picks a spark up. I don't think it would be very good at all. You could probably ember transfer onto it, and it might smoulder all right, but I don't think it'd be very good. But anyway, yeah, that's just a little bit of a quick background on amadou and some of the polypores and whatnot. It's not just leather, so yeah, but it is a fantastic resource. We just don't, unfortunately, get it here, as far as I know, here in Australia. But America and in Europe, wherever beech and birch trees grow, as far as I know, and in colder climates. They have to be in colder climates for the fungus to actually grow on them. But the fungus is a parasite, and it's detrimental to the tree. So, yeah, you're doing them a favour by taking the fungus off. But as far as I know, they do ethical. When they take the fungus off, they want more funguses to grow because otherwise they're not getting amadou. So yeah, there's a whole ethical thing about that too. So, but it is a parasite. So yeah, it's not real good for the trees themselves either. So yeah, you've got to take that into consideration as far as it goes. Anyway, that's amadou and a little bit of a background on it. I thought you might be interested in knowing a bit about it. Anyway, thanks for watching.